Hello, everybody, and welcome to this month's, I guess you could say, this month's theme. And if you're seeing this, you might be a little bit confused because we are not technically a TCG channel. We do usually just talk about manga and anime, but turns out there's actually a lot of animes and mangas out there that try to jump into the TCG bandwagon. Now, the most popular one that you could probably think of, VJ, what can you think of?
Hey everyone, I'm back from the dead. Thanks to
Oh,
you, for holding down the fort. Most popular one I could think of is, Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
yeah, of course.
The
Yu-Gi-Oh is
classic.
probably the biggest one, but it's definitely not the only one. There have been a lot of tries. Some of them were hits. Most of them were fails.
I was about to be
But
such a fucking hipster and be like, Vice Schwartz.
Duel Masters,
Oh god. Vanguard.
Lord. Well, I mean, those are technically still thriving, all things
That's true.
considered.
Vanguard's still going strong.
So, we can't say too much about that. But I thought it'd be fun to visit some of our favorite series out there and just take a look at the TCGs. But I wanted somebody to bounce off of, and I needed somebody who was both kind of knows the series that we're going to explore this month, but also has some knowledge in card games or just physical games in general. So, VJ, have you played card games? Have you played other sort of board games and stuff like that?
Yes, I have played many games, card and otherwise.
And do you know this series we're looking at today?
Well, if we're only looking at the one that I'm seeing right now on your screen, then yes, we just covered it.
That's excellent. Okay. So yeah, what we have here today is we're going to look at the Berserk TCG. Now, the Berserk TCG, I can't really say it was a huge success. It was only available in Japan. So a lot of the information that I gathered here today is not only is it 2 decades old, it was it was first-hand accounts from people in Japan translated into English.
Oh my god.
Um, so I don't have much to work with here.
Yeah,
So bear with
there's
me.
a few layers to this.
Yeah. So, as we all know, the Berserk manga started in 1989, and
Yup.
this TCG came out almost over 10 years later in 2003, and it was published by Konami. So it did have a little bit of lead time. The reason mainly being that when the Berserk manga started, TCGs weren't really popular, and for example, Magic wouldn't come out and really stabilize itself until the 90s. And once everybody saw that TCGs were a thing that you can make money from, a lot of people jumped into the bandwagon, including this Berserk TCG that started in 2003. I mean, just to give you some frame of reference, the Pokemon TCG started in the 2000s, and the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG started in 2001. So it
Oh,
had a
so
good
Pokemon did it first?
well, technically Magic did it first.
Well, yeah, but I like anime-based TCGs.
Yeah, I would say I don't know if you remember. I mean, we technically did grow up in that time period, but there was like this gigantic Pokemon fad, uh, where it was like Pikachu this, Pikachu that.
Oh, for
Uh,
sure.
this was when Red and Blue and stuff came out.
Although I didn't get into the TCGs until later. I didn't even know Pokemon had a TCG until way later, like high school or something.
Yeah, and we kind of missed it. I think if we were like maybe 5 years older, we
Hmm.
would have probably been really into the Pokemon TCG, but we did kind of like miss it by a little bit.
Yeah, we were
Which
one
is
year too early or late.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so this was a game published by Konami. Now Konami, you might recognize the name because for example, it also runs Yu-Gi-Oh. But as we can see here, it only ran from 2003 to 2005. So it did only had like 2 years, and in total there was only actually 5 playable sets that they call volumes. So it didn't really run that far, and after 2005 it would just shut down. It was available in shops like card shops and like toy shops, and it was also available in like gacha machines over in Japan.
Hmm.
And there were some small scale tournaments that you could play like on a local level, but there was never really like a regional level or anything like a national level or anything like that. There was always just like baseline you could play with some friends or play with some like other people coming to the store. So it was kind of low key, and it didn't really make past five playable sets. a lot of the art on the card is actually either originals by the artist Miura that he like custom made just for the card game. Most of them, I would say like probably 85% of them are like just manga panels that they ripped straight from the manga and just colored it. And about like the rest 5% roughly is just original art by Konami themselves. Now, what I want to do here today is I don't actually want to just talk about the Berserk TCG because, first of all, like I said, the rules are 20 years old at this point, are from Japan, and then translated. And I don't like I'm gonna leave some resources in the description. You can find links to what is an English translation of the latest 2005, the latest rules that they have that somebody translated over. But I'm also gonna include like a pretty much downloadable content for people who have Tabletop Simulator. Some people actually like recreated the first 2 playable sets so you could play it in English.
God.
So if you're really into this for whatever reason, you could join it. But I'm gonna talk a lot about the stuff around it, and we're gonna touch lightly on the rules and stuff like that. But if you're here just to learn how to play, this is not the right place. This is not the right place.
And if you like the game, this is probably not the right place either, because we're probably gonna make fun of it.
We'll see. We're gonna touch some things. Maybe you'll get interested.
I was gonna say, cut to this at the end. I go buy the packs immediately.
All right, guys. This is.
No, but yeah, this has become a TCG channel. I'm doing a pack opening.
Yeah, this 20-year pack fresh cards.
We're getting all the clicks now, baby.
Yeah. All right. So now a lot of the, these trading cards or collectible card games, a lot of them pretty much have different rarities. And we have here pretty much like 4 more or less rarities. There's technically more, but the rarity is really looked at the little corner you can see on the top right. It has bronze, silver, gold, and red. So bronze is common, silver is uncommon, gold is super rare. Gold is rare, and red is super rare. But what's interesting is that a lot of them don't come like naturally foiled. So foil, I mean, it's like holographic, it's like shiny, right? So like you like move it around and it reflects light. You have to have a better chance to pull. So only the super rares can come in foil, and you have to pull something called a parallel rare, which is that but also shiny.
Jesus Christ, okay.
So it's kind of rough. Now, I want you to just take quickly a look at the cards. We're going to skim over some of them because we're going to talk a little bit later about some of the characteristics. But you can see on the bottom left, that's like a box topper. So these were given out sort of like collectibles. You can't really play with them. If you bought like a booster box for Volume 4 and Volume 5, which is like the last 2 sets, if you bought those, they gave those away for free. And what's interesting is that they also have full art cards. So full art cards, pretty much, you can kind of see I put like the original and the full art right next to it. I can't really find any information if the full arts were playable, but considering the fact that it's like a 1-for-1 of like an existing card, I'm guessing it is. And for example, you can see the box topper says not for sale, so I can almost kind of guess that it's not playable. But the full art one doesn't say that, so maybe it is playable, maybe it's not. It's hard to tell.
Where are you seeing this not for sale? I can't see shit.
Over here. It's kind of cut off at the bottom.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah,
the card stats are kind of giving me some Hearthstone vibes.
Yeah, and we're not gonna look at the rules too hard, but I am gonna like vaguely describe the rules to you later on, so you can get an idea of how this is played. So finally, on the bottom right, you have what is called a Toys R Us promo. Okay. So in Japan, if you bought like Berserk related products, so like a figurine or just like maybe like even cards over in Toys R Us in Japan at the time, they would actually give you like packs, and these packs come with the chance to pull cards that have gold bordering instead of the black bordering. Ooh. So it's kind of very subtle. And I say gold, but it's honestly just like yellowish. It's not even like shiny gold or anything.
It's just piss.
Yeah, it's just piss color. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, with I'm gonna leave these cards up here, VJ, and I know you've read the series, you've watched all of them actually. You're actually like a man in that sense.
Yeah, all but
And
the newest one.
and you also played a lot of card games. So using your assembly of knowledge, can you give
Oh,
me just
shit.
3 rules that you think would be in this card game?
Oh, shit. Okay. Time for me to
Yeah.
flex my nerd muscles.
Yeah,
First of
flex your
all,
nerd muscle.
what do the back of these cards look like? Is it the same as the box topper?
No, I for some reason I couldn't really find. Well, I could find one later, but it doesn't really matter. It's kind of like you know how in Yu-Gi-Oh it's like this weird brown vortex that's kind of inexplicable.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of similar like that. There's not really anything. There's no cards that have like a different stat in the back or something.
I
So
see.
you don't need to worry about too much about that.
I see. Okay. Well, luckily some of these are some of these words here are in English, and I can read that sometimes. So, I'm seeing a range and move stat on a lot of these cards. So I'm assuming that the ones with text at least have some sort of effect. Okay. So
Okay.
first rule. I'm seeing power and HP. So cards can attack and receive damage. And the amount of attack you dish out is your power. And the amount of hits you can take is your HP. Pretty simple right there.
Yeah. Okay, that's one rule. That's fair.
Okay. Second rule. I'm seeing, like I said, I'm seeing texts in the bottom, little description boxes. I'm seeing, Christ, what's his name? Is it Pippin?
Now, for the audience here, I'll put the cards up, but do know it is in full Japanese. VJ does not know what the cards
Yeah,
are
I have
saying.
no fucking idea.
Yeah, go for it.
Is
Continue.
his name Pippin? Am I stupid? I'm really fucking tired. It's Pippin, right?
Yeah, it's Pippin.
Fucking. Now I'm gonna look this
Yeah,
up
yeah,
now.
it is Pippin. It is Pippin.
Okay, I was
because it's
about
like it's the most childish name for like the chattest guy.
Dude, I was about to disgrace myself on this channel. I just watched the series twice.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm seeing Pippin here has some text in his description box, and it says "quick" next to it. So
Okay.
I'm assuming there's an order to how these cards play out, sort of similar to phases in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm assuming quick is something like a quick effect, where if something happens, you could trigger the quick effect beforehand to defend yourself, get some damage off, something like that. So I'm gonna say that there are effects in this game. Certain cards have
so you're
effects.
saying like some cards have different, some like characters have different effects compared to other characters.
Yeah, because like even
Okay,
up here,
that's
you
fair.
see Griffith has like a 1 cost something. I don't fucking know what that is. Maybe there's like a mana pool in the game. And then I'm seeing range and move, which is really weird, because it's kind of telling me that like I would need to see what the fucking playmat looks like here, but like, can you move the cards on the board? Everyone here has a range of 0, so I don't know. I don't know if you like have to put them right up against the other cards that you're trying to attack or what. But move is throwing me off.
Okay. Okay. So let's just hard set 3 rules. What do you think are 3 rules that are in this game?
Yeah. So effects similar to monster effects in Yu-Gi-Oh. Power HP system, so cards can attack and take hits. And lastly, I'm gonna go wild card. You can move the cards on the tabletop.
Okay, all right. I like where you're going with this. Now, again, before I reveal some more additional information that kind of gives an idea of what this game is played like, do note this is not the complete rules. Please, if you really want to know the complete rules, do not come to me. All right, so.
I thought we were gonna play a game. Oh my god, I was fucking right.
So, VJ, you've played stuff like Warhammer, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how some units have a move, like, you know, how much they can move, what damage they do per attacks,
Yeah.
and like how much can they take?
Yeah.
This is a card game version of that.
That's so sick. What the fuck?
Yeah, it is actually really, really cool. Okay, so first, like I said, there is no official English translation existing, so I did have to look it up online. I found somebody who was willing to translate the Japanese version from 2005.
What a
So
fucking
I
legend.
apologize if I'm using the wrong names. I apologize if I'm using like if it's not person, it's character. Okay, I take the L. I don't sometimes you just
There's
have
no
to,
L
right?
to be taken, bro. You don't speak Japanese. It's simple as that. You're
Yeah,
good.
okay. So we play on a board, a 6x5 board. So I mean just I kind of just put a 6x5 board. I couldn't really find like what an actual board would look like. But a chess board I think is 8x8, right? So you guys could do the math and like kind of size down a chessboard. So both players start on opposite ends, and you do have a mana resource, but it's not really called mana. It's just money. So you
Makes
see how
sense.
on the top right you see like number two. So you would actually be paying like two of
Oh.
your mana to play Griffith here.
Dude, so it's their rarity and their cost? That's kind of fire.
Yeah. So it's pretty neat. So I've only really put unit cards here, but there's also location cards that kind of act like field spells in Yu-Gi-Oh,
You
where
know
it
what?
affects a square differently.
Yeah. I saw
And
that
there's
as we moved away from the first page, there was like character under that, so I could have probably deduced that there were other types of cards.
yeah, and there's also finally artifact cards. It's pretty much like an item card that you equip to somebody, if I understand correctly.
Nice, nice.
Now, the cards, like you said, there's HP and there's power. It's like you said, it does damage and it also takes damage. The move, as you can see here, is like pretty much where you want it, how far you can move
That's
per
so
each time it's your
fucking
turn.
funny.
And the range is pretty much like this guy can't like shoot arrows. Essentially, is what it's trying to depict. So yeah, that's roughly the rules here. And again, I think it's interesting to see like where TCGs go in like different places. And as we go through the months, I think I want to do something similar where using your knowledge of the series and using the knowledge of your just general geekdom, I guess.
Mm.
I want you to be able to like kind of vaguely guess. But I think this one, at least
So what we're doing all
thematically,
month? Because that's amazing.
yeah, I think that's what we're doing all month.
Oh my
So brace
god.
yourself. So I think, what do you think about this thematically for Berserk though?
I think it lines up. I mean, battles are, and especially large-scale battles, are kind of a big part of Berserk, or at least a big chunk of it. So I like that it has this strategic aspect to it. It kind of breaks down one part of Berserk, which is cool. And I think it was the smartest way to go about it, because I don't know how you would translate anything else in the series into a card game without getting it banned. So I think this is a really clever approach, and I don't think I've seen a card game play with the mechanic, like traditional TCG mechanics like this before, other than Gwent, but that was kind of vanilla compared to this.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I said, it's a little bit played like Warhammer in the sense that you like there's the stats of the card, like it represents the stats of a unit, and like it tells you what the unit can do. Now, obviously, I haven't been able to play a game because it turns out nobody wants to play this game with me online. Um,
Dude, you should have called me. What the fuck?
yeah, we could have played Tabletop Simulator on this game.
We could have.
Uh, yeah,
Can
we
we
could have
really,
actually.
dude? We're doing
Yeah.
this. We're doing that after we finish this recording.
Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah. So this is a really I when I set this out, I thought it was gonna be kind of traditional because even though Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh and all these games have different play styles, a lot of it feels very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought this was very unique in the sense of how you move things around and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
It kind of tickles your like Warhammer fancy while also like tickling your card game fancy. So yeah, I think again I don't really know exactly how a game plays out, and I don't necessarily want to find out, but I think this is a really cool like baseline for you to, if this interests you, you could do your own exploring. So VJ, for the second part, you would think this is enough for a video, but this is where you're wrong. I wanted to go a little step further. So I did say about 80% of the art in this card game is pulled straight from the manga.
Oh my goodness.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a guessing game. Essentially, I'm gonna show you a card.
Oh
I want you.
my god.
I want.
Okay.
each card has a chance to get 4 points. You get 1 point for describing the context of whatever scene it is. You get 2 points if you're able to guess within 8 chapters of the exact chapter number.
Fucking insane.
And you get 3 points for guessing within 3 chapters of the exact chapter number.
Fuck. Oh, I took a little break from my rereading, so I could. Okay, you know what? I think I got this.
Okay, but don't worry. I'll make this. I'll give you a little bit of a help later on. So the aim is to get at least 13 points. There's gonna be 5 cards with a total of 20 points up for grab.
I respect that.
VJ, are you ready?
What do I win?
A kiss.
Oh shit. Okay. I need to be fucking ready. Okay, let's go.
Okay, now I did give you a cheat sheet, so you don't need to worry too much. If you know, this would help you a little bit.
I actually really appreciate that. Okay.
Maybe you're able to pinpoint it down, and I'm gonna leave the same cheat sheet for the viewers to watch along. Maybe you can find it too.
All right. All right.
So VJ, if for whatever reason we have only listeners and no viewers on a video, can you vaguely describe this scene?
Absolutely. Okay. So, for you dummies at home, I'm currently looking at Griffith with a leaf in his mouth next to Princess Charlotte, who is supposed to be blowing on a leaf, but it looks like she's sucking it. And this scene, if I remember correctly, and I should, because I've seen it 3 times now.
Oh, okay.
This is the hunting scene in the Golden Age arc, where Griffith was put in charge of overseeing the princess's safety.
All right, that's 1 point.
Yep. All right, and then you're telling me I have to find... Ooh, baby. Oh, Lord. Does this take place before... No, it's definitely after Zod. 30. This takes place in chapter 30.
Okay. VJ.
Yeah.
This takes place in chapter 24.
Let's go!
So you didn't get within the 3 chapters, but you did get within the...
With the 8 chapters?
8 chapters. So that puts you at a strong start of 3 out of 4 points.
Let's fucking go, baby! This is a fun game.
Second one, are you ready?
I am so ready. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Now, okay, to be fair, if whoever has read the manga, they know it's in black and white, and this is like an artist's interpretation of what the colors would have been for that one. So maybe that throws you off. But VJ, once again, can you describe this scene?
All right. Well, what I'm seeing now is if Guts was the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four, essentially.
That's good. That's good.
With the... Is he missing an eye already? Okay, so that's a big hint right there. So he's missing an eye.
Oh, that's smart.
See, it's fucking me up right now because I don't know if it's literally the first chapter where he fights against the Baron.
Okay, interesting.
But I can't... Okay, he does have... Does he have armor? Fuck. Oh, this is... The colors are throwing me off so hard right now.
And before, as someone who put this game together, I can easily see 3 different spots you think the scene is from, but they're at complete opposite ends of each other.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's fucking me up even more. Okay, so no, he's not wearing armor, so I don't think it's the first chapter where he's fighting the Baron. Oh my god, when the fuck else is he just enveloped in flames like this? Oh my god. Oh, you know what?
Okay.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, the cheat sheet was kind of thrown there, like afterthought, and I went backwards to find the cards.
Yeah.
So I didn't plan, like, the cheat sheet itself doesn't necessarily like give you any hints.
Oh, it's totally fine. I appreciate it though. Oh my god. Okay. Can I ask for one little hint that is unrelated to the card?
Sure.
Your favorite character, what the hell is his name? Iparo? No, that's not his fucking name.
Serpico?
Serpico, that's his fucking name. Who the hell is he protecting again? What's her name?
Farnice.
Sorry?
Farnice.
Farnice, that's her fucking name. So I want to say that in this content... Oh, I didn't make it this far in my reread yet. I'm really taking my time with it. I want to say... So I want to say this is Guts going back in to save Farnese and, like... I feel like it was a church or something. After her and her troop were attacked by that fucked up bishop looking dude. And that is my final answer.
Do you have a chapter number?
Chapter number, well, if he gets captured by the Iron Chain Knights. Farnese is Iron Chain Knights, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't answer that.
I'm gonna
I'm
gonna say it is. I'm gonna say it is, because if he uses Dragon Slayer in 94, then that's not too far after. So I'm gonna say 126.
126. Okay, can you give me the context one more time, please?
Farnese was attacked by that fucked up looking bishop dude, and Guts, who I guess had escaped, is now making his way back into the burning church or building or tent that she was in to save her and kill the bishop.
Okay, so the answer is this was in chapter 229.
Fuck me, dude. That looks nothing like the fucking card.
Okay, so the context of this is that this is pretty much this is when the Griffith's army attacks the witch Flora's place.
Okay.
And it's in the same like few chunks of chapters where Guts gets his Berserker armor for the first time. And he kind of just goes insanely wild. So what happens is that Shirky goes into his subconscious and like pulls him back out. It's like, oh, you have to protect Casca, not like try and hurt her.
Oh shit.
So this is like their consciousness, like all the flames and stuff.
I do remember this now. Yeah.
Now, other parts that, like, if I didn't do my own research, see where exactly this scene came from, the other two parts that I thought it was coming from was one also like something fire related, but I couldn't like pinpoint down like what kind of fire. The second was during the World Tree when Griffith like splits open the World Tree and like pretty much unleashes magic on the world. There's like a spiritual wave that hits everybody, including Guts. It looks kind of similar to it looks like thematically it looks similar to this, but it's not that.
Yeah,
that's where my head first went.
It honestly, the colors really throw you off on this one, because I mean, with the context, it does make a little more sense because he was in the armor, so he was raging a lot. So the reds and the oranges make sense. But fuck, dude, that did not jump out at me. That was difficult.
Yeah. All right, so that gives you a strong 0 out of 4.
Respectable.
So VJ, you're playing on a back pedal now. You got to get sharpen yourself.
I like to keep the viewers on the edge, bro. That's all it is.
This, VJ, can you quickly describe this one?
Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I'm looking at monkey dogs with human noses is all I'm seeing right now. Ew. What the fuck is this from? So I'm basically looking at what are a pack of demons, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Again, the card art in this card game are either originals by Miura, pulled straight from the manga, or original art by Konami. And I can promise you, this is original art. This is pulled straight from the manga.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to ask, like, is there a trick card in here that's original art?
No, there are no trick cards.
Okay.
I feel like this game is hard enough without it.
Yeah, you know what? These are getting specific. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh my god. See, again, my mind is going to several different places, so I don't even know how to go about this. So my first thought was when Guts wakes up for the first time after the God Hand or whatever, after the eclipse, Griffith becomes Fento or whatever, and this is like his first time seeing them, but it wasn't like this in the trilogy, so I don't know if they changed it. And then my mind jumped a second time over to the beginning of the series again, where we first find out that Guts is being hunted by demons because of his mark. So, oh my god. Jesus Christ. That's all I can think of, because like You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say, yeah, this is chapter 1, and this is Guts like waking up from a nap because his curse mark tingled or some shit, and he opened his eyes to see these motherfuckers in front of him.
Interesting. Okay.
I can't remember at all.
So, VJ, this is from chapter 124. Now, you did kind of like luckily get like the context points. So I'll give you that one, and it also keeps you in the game, I think.
Okay, I respect that. Thank you.
So, what is the context for this? Is that this is right after Guts gets captured by the Iron Chain Knights, and he like plans his great escape. He kidnaps Farnese, and he keeps her as a hostage, right? And Farnese stay with him over like a night, and then
like
everything
she's shirtless the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. You, for some reason, you remember that part very specifically. But,
I was a teenager.
So yeah, then demons just come out at night and just start attacking, and Guts is kind of, showing her that these are, these are real things that are happening. So yeah, this is the context.
Yo, these cards are fucking specific, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That after that first one, I was like, yo, this is gonna be easy. But I'm sitting here like, fuck. So I essentially have to get these last 2 cards fully correct within 3 chapters to win.
So you lost 7 points. Yeah, so you need to get 100%. All right, VJ.
Okay.
This one.
Fuck me, bro. Well, I think I can remember the
Describe the card. Describe the card.
This is Yuan's boy Serpico unleashing his wind powers in order to fend off some would-be intruders. Okay. So context here, I'm pretty sure this is the first time Serpico uses his powers after discovering his connection to the fairies or whatever the fuck it is. Because he seems surprised on the card, and the art looks like it's in the beginning of the manga.
I see.
The thing is I do not remember the first time he uses his powers. So here's my thought process.
Okay.
Griffith reborn in 173.
Yeah.
Unleashes the World Tree after that, not too long after that. And if memory serves, that is around where Serpico gets his powers. Oh, this is difficult.
Come on, VJ. You can do this. I brought you as our expert guest.
Man, my memory sucks, though. Chapter 180.
Chapter 180. Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
All right, VJ. So this, first of all, I want to give you the credit where credit's due. You got the context right, more or less. Yeah, that's pretty much the context. This is in chapter 207.
God damn it. Fuck.
Just to give you a little bit more context, so yeah, you're right. He was given like a bunch of magical tools by the witch Flora and asked to take down some trolls in like the nearby town. And he's like learning like all the powers of the tools that he was given.
Hey, you know what? The card art fucked me up because I didn't know that they got rid of the line work, like the line shading.
Sure.
Oh god damn! Because like if I had seen his boots looking like that, I would have immediately known that it was later in the series.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you got
because it looks dumbed down. So I was like, it's older
Interesting. Well, how old would it have even been? Because, I mean, you weren't that far off. I mean, you were far off. I think you said something like 180.
I said 180, so I was about like
So you only like
27 chapters off.
yeah, but yeah. I mean, this is which is a little. I think you got like a little bit of the timeline flipped around. So this happens before he gets the Berserker armor, obviously, because he comes back from the town. They save the town, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they see the tree on fire.
Yeah.
But when Griffith splits the world tree actually happens like after they get the Berserker armor, because I remember Guts get hit by like the wave of magic, whatever, while on a ship, and they were on a ship after that.
I see.
Yeah. So VJ, you can't win the grand prize of a kiss, but
hold on. Okay, hold up. What if this next card, what if I get the context right, all that shit, and I guess the chapter exactly?
Oh, okay, all right. I
Double
like those.
or nothing, baby.
Okay. All right, I like where this is going. All right, so our last card.
I'm so ready.
You know, I didn't put these in like difficulty ranking because art is subjective and everything, and I don't know how your memory works. So this last card we have here is this one.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, well, that, for the dummies at home, that's clearly Zod, the Immortal. He's flying against the moonlight, carrying what looks like a bed. Is that Griffith riding him on top? It looks like Griffith. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. I think I have a real chance here.
Okay. I like that. I like the confidence.
Shit, I just need to remember who the fuck is in that bed. Because it's either Charlotte or it's some, like, noble that he's trying to fucking murder and embarrass or some shit. Okay. Well, context, Griffith riding Zod. This is after Zod has agreed to become his fucking slave because he's missing a horn. And so with Griffith, he went to steal... Oh, I think I see like the shadow of long hair in the bed, so I want to say Charlotte, but I don't remember. Oh... They go steal Charlotte to take back to fucking Falconia or whatever the fuck, so that they can have the sex again. And okay, so I'm gonna say that for context. Griffith reborn, so he's got to be reborn. So it's at least chapter 173. Oh shit. I don't know how long. I can't remember how long it takes before Zod shows up to be his fucking slave. Oh my god. 175.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
All right, VJ. First of all, you got the context correct.
Okay.
So this was Charlotte was locked up in the Tower of Rebirth by I forget what, the Emperor Ganishka.
Yep.
And because Ganishka was hoping to marry her and like become ruler of whatever.
Was Ganishka her dad? It wasn't her dad, was it?
No. Ganishka is like the dude with the turban and like the lightning god guy.
Okay.
And she's pretty much imprisoned in the tower with her servant that nobody really likes. And pretty much she's like been dreaming of Griffith the entire time. Griffith finally comes in and like has Zod carry her out of the bed alongside the servant girl, because that's the real main character here. So this happens.
Oh, please.
From the Batman comics. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
this happens in chapter 235.
Son of a bitch, dude. Fuck. I really wanted that kiss.
Yeah. So I think you saw like an outline of hair. I think it was actually like her dress, but it gave you enough clues to guess it was Charlotte.
The thing that's fucking me up is I don't know why I'm remembering that, like, as soon as Griffith came back, he made moves. Like, he did a whole bunch of shit as soon as he came back.
I think you're kind of correct in the sense that he meets Zod kind of soon after he gets reborn. But there's like a delay between like Zod but pretty much bowing down to him, and him doing like the actual moves you're thinking of.
Well,
so yeah, that brings us to a close for this week's video. VJ, first of all,
man, I'll get that kiss next week, bro. I swear.
We might need to play around with the rules and stuff, but I think this is an interesting enough concept. So VJ, having seen everything that you've seen about the Berserk TCG, first of all, why do you think it failed?
Well, I think as you mentioned, it was one of the first of its time, if not the first. So I don't think people had really made that connection between, you know, anime and TCGs yet. So maybe it was a bit of a trailblazer, you know? It paved the way for bigger and better things. The fact that it was kept in Japan only, which makes sense probably because of poor sales or something, definitely didn't help. And you know, Konami, well, I don't know what Konami was like back in 2003, but Konami today, ooh baby, let me tell you.
Okay, interesting. So I did think about it this too, and to be fair, I'm putting you on the spot, so I'll give you like a few reasons why I think
Berserk's kind of low key. I don't know how big it is in Japan, but like, it's as popular as it is. I feel like I don't know a lot of people that read it, you know?
Or maybe they read it secretly.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, so a few things that I think kept it down. First of all, I think the art is actually kind of boring.
Okay.
And obviously, you know, I picked some cards here, and most of them look okay. But I went through like the entire card sets for the 5 volumes.
Yeah.
And it has like it doesn't feel very unique. Like it just feels like you're legit collecting scenes from the manga, and maybe you like that. But I also saw a lot of repeats within like cards after cards, which, you know, that kind of makes sense. Like, you know, you've seen like Monster Reborn in one set and then Monster Reborn in a different set, right?
Yeah.
But this one, it felt like you're seeing like Pippin in this set, and then Pippin in that set, and then Pippin in this set. And like, sure, I like Pippin enough, but like, I don't really like, you know, it didn't feel like kind of unique to get
him and his one line of dialogue. Yeah, no, I feel you. Also, you know, TCGs are typically geared towards kids, so, you know, Berserk being what it is, first of all, definitely probably didn't help with that. And also the art, I feel like, isn't something a kid would really gravitate towards.
Yeah, it does feel like it kind of falls in like that awkward spot where you got to be like kind of old to read Berserk.
Yeah.
But you also have to be like not old enough to have grown out of card games.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, obviously now people like go back in like board games. I'm pretty sure like the main demographic is like 20 plus.
Yeah.
But at least at the time when TCGs were kind of getting started, that wasn't really the case.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the last thing that kept it like down was probably like, I think the rules are kind of too hard. Like, as cool as it is, setting this up to play seems to me like extremely hard.
Yeah, it must be a
and, like,
fucking nightmare.
Trying to teach somebody how to play, and like it takes like the learning curve must be insane.
Mm-hmm.
With you know, like this isn't really a pick up and play kind of game. This is a game that you like
you gotta hunker down and fucking read a dictionary or something. It's one of those. Oh, it's like Warhammer. It's like you fucking said.
It's essentially Warhammer, except you don't even have cool figurines to play with.
You know what? The art low-key looks like Berserk 97. I'm kind of into it.
Oh. Maybe you're just into Griffith.
Oh, shit. Secrets out.
All right. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this this week's first foray into the world of anime TCGs. VJ, do you think that you would have bought this game?
If I would have bought it back when it came out, probably not. Would I try it today? Yeah, probably.
Okay. All right. With that, hope you guys enjoyed.
But what about you, man? Would you play it back then and today?
Honestly, no. I'd rather like somebody create like a Total War game based on Berserk.
Ooh.
Like, I'd rather just play that than this.
Like like Civ 7 Berserk edition.
Yeah, exactly. I think like I don't want to. I want this to be automated, man. Like, my brain isn't big enough for this. And like, one game must be like 45 minutes minimum or something.
Oh my god, minimum. Dude,
Yeah.
that's bullshit. Then how the fuck you gonna sit down and play League, man? Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but in League, a lot of it is automated, and I'm only
That's
controlling
true
one
enough.
guy,
That's true.
and there's only one location too. And yeah, with that, we'll take a look at other mangas and animes that have their own TCGs. I think we're gonna do something similar. I'm not gonna reveal what it is because I think half the fun is VJ coming here blind.
Mm.
And like for example, the scenes game of like where the art is coming from.
Yeah.
I think it's funner if I give you a cheat sheet and everything, but it's funner if you actually kind of have to pull from your memory. I don't want you to study up for it.
Bro, I'm down as fuck. I can't wait for. I hope Pokemon's in here. I feel like I'm gonna do really well with that one, unless you get super specific with the questions, because I didn't really touch that TCG in particular.
Wait, but Pokemon. Well, first of all, the Pokemon art in the cards are like a little bit
But
everywhere.
like I was thinking maybe you'd like blank out the Pokemon's name or like what it evolves into.
Who is that Pokemon?
Yeah, straight up. Or like, tell me what its move is, and I'd be like, bro, they made up moves for this game. I don't fucking know.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'll think about it. All right, cool. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this week. Come back next time. We'll have something else. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time, dummies.